What motivates you to work with children?
My motivation to work with children comes from back when I was in high school. I had a teacher who went above and beyond to try to get through to me. High school was an emotional time for me as far as my emotions and adjusting to the differences in schools and the way students were. But that one teacher was able to turn it all around for me. My ultimate goal is to be that one teacher for at least one out of every 6 or 7 students. So,
How do you feel like parent participation fits in with a child's progress?
parent participation is everything. If a child can't look at their parents and see them fighting or see them setting a standard, the parent can't understand why you're setting a standard or why you're fighting for them.
What technique would you use to get parents more involved?
I think parents should be required to come in at least once a month. I mean, some type of contact. As an instructor, when I go into the classroom, I will prompt, even if it's email, if it's text message, prompt communication. I would push it to the fullest as a requirement.
What is a social activity you would use to elevate your students' ability to get along? What is a social activity you would use to evaluate your students' ability to get along?
I've noticed that one of the biggest things is games. One game in particular is Uno. The taking turns, the being able to pass someone or skip them or reverse them. That shows a lot about how a child handles rejection, how a child handles unexpected change.
What did you receive from this experience?
I received quite a few things. Working at the school, I was enlightened of why I wanted to work with children. Just wanting to reach at least one of the children that I've worked with in this time. But I was also enlightened to all the political things that go behind being a special education instructor. It helped me to set the path of where I really want to be in the process of helping children. I know that in the classroom, I don't have as much reach as I would want. So it helped me to set my path for my future.
What is something that you would change about the special education procedures?
Special education has been designed now for students to be mainstreamed into general education courses with other students, which are their peers, that do not have developmental delays or emotional disabilities. I would change how the general ed teachers contribute to the IEPs. The general ed teachers don't come from I need to take this into consideration because this child has this issue or that issue. They just come from the bottom line standard that's set for all students. So it's not helpful when you go to create goals for this student's IEP and that student isn't at that bottom line like all the other students.
How much of your degree could you see yourself using in this field?
I've used a lot of the special education curriculum course that I had. I haven't really seen much else. Some of the psychology, but honestly, it's problem solving. It's problem solving, time management, and my overall college experience has taught me that. So I see myself using quite a bit of my degree.
Is special education for you?
Yes, just not in teaching. This is where I want to be as far as being able to help, because you come into contact with all varieties of children, poverty stricken, the social elite. You come in contact with students of all sorts of cultural backgrounds, but they have a common disability, autism, emotional PTSD from their upbringing. So I think this particular field gives you variety.
What past experience have guided you to this profession?
My substituting. Last year, I recently applied to be a substitute and went in one day for a TA position, special education. I didn't realize it at the time. And next thing I knew, I was becoming a SPED one-on-one. So,
what qualifications do you have for this job?
at this point, I think that I have the drive and the ability to learn it. Special education is not something that can be taught in a book. It's something that honestly you need to be in the midst of it so you can go and research to find what works for that student.
Thank you.